Explosions have fascinated humanity for centuries. Some are created by nature, while others are the result of human technology. A single blast can reshape landscapes, change history, or release more energy than millions of tons of conventional explosives combined. But just how powerful can an explosion become? Today, we're comparing some of the most destructive explosions ever recorded, moving from the smallest on our list to the most powerful event humanity has ever witnessed. Let's begin. Our journey starts with the Halifax Explosion of 1917. In the harbor of Halifax, Canada, two ships accidentally collided. One of them carried thousands of tons of highly explosive military cargo. Moments later, the cargo detonated with incredible force. The blast leveled entire neighborhoods, shattered windows nearly 100 kilometers away, and created a shockwave that became one of the largest non-nuclear explosions in history. Even today, it remains one of the deadliest accidental explosions ever recorded. Next comes the Texas City disaster in 1947. A cargo ship loaded with ammonium nitrate caught fire while docked in Texas. What seemed like an ordinary industrial accident suddenly turned catastrophic. The explosion triggered chain reactions across nearby ships and oil storage facilities. Massive fireballs rose into the sky, buildings collapsed across the city, and the disaster highlighted just how dangerous industrial chemicals can become under extreme conditions. Now we move into the nuclear age with Little Boy, the atomic bomb dropped over Hiroshima in 1945. Although tiny compared to modern nuclear weapons, it released energy equivalent to around 15,000 tons of TNT. Within seconds, intense heat and pressure flattened much of the city, while temperatures near the explosion reached levels hotter than the surface of the sun. It marked the beginning of a new and terrifying chapter in human history. Just 3 days later came Fat Man, detonated over Nagasaki. Slightly more powerful than Little Boy, its blast released roughly 21 kilotons of energy. Mountains surrounding the city reduced some of the destruction, but the explosion still caused devastating damage. Together, these two events demonstrated that even relatively small nuclear weapons possessed unimaginable destructive power. Fast forward to 1954 and the United States tested Castle Bravo, the first dry-fuel hydrogen bomb. Scientists expected a yield of around 6 megatons, but the actual explosion reached approximately 15 megatons, more than double the prediction. The fireball stretched several kilometers across, while radioactive fallout spread far beyond the intended test zone. It became one of the most significant miscalculations in nuclear testing history. Not to be outdone, the Soviet Union developed increasingly larger weapons. One of these was the RDS-220, better known as the Tsar Bomba. Tested in 1961 over the Arctic, it remains the most powerful nuclear explosion ever created by humans. The bomb released an astonishing 50 megatons of energy. Its fireball measured nearly 10 kilometers wide, the mushroom cloud climbed over 60 kilometers into the atmosphere, and the shockwaves circled the Earth multiple times. Had it been used over a major city, the destruction would have extended for dozens of kilometers in every direction. But human-made explosions aren't the only giants on this list. Nature has produced events that rival or even exceed many weapons. In 1883, the eruption of Krakatoa in Indonesia unleashed an explosion heard nearly 5,000 kilometers away. The pressure wave traveled around the globe several times, while enormous tsunamis devastated nearby coastlines. Scientists estimate the eruption released energy hundreds of times greater than the Hiroshima bomb. Then came the mysterious Tunguska event of 1908. Something, most likely a large asteroid or comet fragment, exploded high above the forests of Siberia. Because it detonated in the atmosphere rather than striking the ground, it left no impact crater. Even so, the airburst flattened around 80 million trees across more than 2,000 square kilometers. If the same event occurred over a modern city today, the consequences would be catastrophic. Finally, we reach the largest explosion known in recorded history, the Hunga Tonga volcanic eruption of 2022. Towering columns of ash shot into the upper atmosphere, shockwaves raced around the entire planet, and satellites captured one of the tallest volcanic plumes ever observed. The eruption generated tsunamis across the Pacific Ocean and demonstrated that Earth's natural forces can still surprise scientists with their immense power. Looking at these explosions side by side reveals an incredible scale. Industrial accidents can destroy cities. Nuclear weapons multiply that destructive force many times over. Yet even humanity's most powerful bomb is still challenged by some of nature's greatest eruptions and cosmic impacts. These events remind us that immense energy can come from both human innovation and the natural world. Whether born from chemistry, nuclear reactions, volcanic pressure, or objects arriving from space, every explosion on this list stands as a powerful reminder of the incredible forces that exist on our planet, and beyond. If you enjoyed this size comparison, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more fascinating comparisons, and let us know in the comments which topic you'd like to see next.